Rusty Cage, An Interesting Way to Go Out by Dead Meme Frog. I have never heard of either of these people in my life, but I'm ready for it. As I say at the start of every video, like and sub. I upload videos every day, except yesterday. I was out of town. And I appreciate every single one of you that watches all the way through. All right, let's go.
The past couple of months, you would.
Uh-oh.
What's up, y'all? It's OJ.
Hey, you can't tell me I don't support the content if I don't watch the ads. Or maybe that's my cop-out answer
If
to
you've been
not pay for YouTube Premium.
Browsing YouTube for the past couple of months, you would have most likely noticed the amount of creators that have been retiring from the platform. People.
Yeah, but also, these are a lot of creators that are older, been on the platform for a long time. So, I mean, I get it.
Like Stampy, Matt Pat, and Tom Scott were all recent examples of
Hey, at least they got out of they retired controversy free.
massive YouTubers deciding to completely leave the platform. And to say the least, it's been pretty interesting to see this all go down. This has been a pretty big deal in the whole YouTube community.
Yeah, I mean, that Matt Pat loss, dude. Oh, man, it hurts me. It hurts me to my soul.
With conversations starting up about when somebody should throw in the towel and completely retire. But these talks are kind of boring to me if I'm going to be completely honest. The more interesting thing to me personally is the way that some creators went about making their final videos on the platform, which leads me into who I'm talking about today, Rusty Cage. Although you could most likely know
I've seen this guy before. Like, he looks familiar, but I don't know.
him from his knife game videos and other joke songs that he's made in the past, Rusty's been making some pretty interesting content on the internet for the past few years now, pushing the boundaries of the platform with every video he makes. And the way that
I've never heard, like, I've seen this guy before, but
he ended his YouTube run is no exception to this. If you've heard of him in recent times, it's most likely for his Lemonade Stand series, and the final live stream he did on his channel as some sort of after party for it. This specific live stream caused a lot of controversy due to what happened at
Rusty Cage Guillotine Party Live. That sounds
the end of it, with it going as far as Rusty's fans being concerned about if he was still
my child, what happened?
alive or not. And with this video, I plan on going in depth of what exactly happened with this, Rusty's career in general, and why I think that he ended his YouTube career in the most interesting way that I've seen in a while. But
maybe legacy, I guess, for having like you know, going out with that final bang. If he's hyping it up to be what I think it is.
Before we begin, this video will cover some subjects that are way darker than what I usually talk about, so if that makes you uncomfortable in any way, please click off the video.
I'm ready for it. After a smart schoolboy now, and I'm ready for anything.
And with all that out of the way, let's get into the video. Now, before I explain exactly what happened with Rusty Cage and how he quit YouTube, I want to briefly go over a bit of his history on the platform and my personal connections to the content. However, I know that not everyone will want to hear me talk about this, so if you want to just...
Hey, I'm here. I'm a yapper. I like listening to the other yappers, okay?
Hear me speak about the live stream stuff in the Lemonade Stand series, here's the timestamp to that section. And with that out of the way, allow me to go back to 2011 here for a second. On August
2011, how old was I? 9.
31st of the same year, Rusty Cage would upload the Knife Game song, which would be the first thing that would get him any sort of success on YouTube.
The what?
I can't really play the video here in fear that YouTube will demonetize or age restrict my video.
Hey, that's okay, dude. Just don't.
But I'm sure that most people who are watching this can figure out what the game is. And this game will be
the one where you like put your hand out and then you stab it between the fingers and then there's some song that goes with it.
Thing that would keep his channel running, along with other types of songs and content for the next few years. To this day, a knife game video is still the most popular video on his channel, which I'd argue is both a blessing and a curse. And
probably. There's videos that I wish of mine that didn't get popular. I don't know. I'm conflicted about some things because, like, I'm at the point right now where I'm trying to, like, filter out what audience I want. And, like, I'm trying to filter the bad out. And what I mean by that is, like, I'm only getting negative comments. So, I mean, I'll address them in, like, following few videos, like, hey, I don't want you, or because, like, it's controversy, right? That I like the iDubbbz one and the Fresh and Fit one that I uploaded. Like, dude, damn, bro, damn. Like, I really see where y'all are at insulting me for my appearance and not for anything in the content of the video. So, I mean, y'all just seem silly at that point. But I don't know. It's weird because there's those two videos, like, I low-key wish they didn't do well and, like, other more fun ones did. But, you know, I can't, beggars can't be choosers, you know?
I'll explain what I mean by saying that in a minute, but for now, let's just focus on what he was able to do with the series for a second. With each new video he made, he kept pushing what exactly he could do on the platform, coming up with some pretty creative ideas as a result. And each of these videos would get millions of views, which
Holy fuck.
Proved just how appealing this was for the time. And he would continue to make these videos up until 2017, when he decided to end things with one final video. And aside from one
Okay, so he had this knife series, and that was his main shtick. He made he made music. Okay.
outlier video in 2018, there hasn't been a new video in the series since. I know Rusty himself doesn't really like these videos, but these
Well, no, some of them, I understand sometimes, like, you kind of wish some videos would just kind of die, and so while other projects will succeed. You know, I get it. I understand.
videos were things that I used to enjoy a lot back when I was younger, which is kind of strange looking back at it, considering that I was like 12 to 13 when I was starting to become a fan of him, but it's whatever. I'll always appreciate this era of his content, but I understand why he stopped making it. Stuff
Sure, I get it.
like this can be very risky on YouTube nowadays, to the
Yeah, because you got to be more sanitized with your stuff nowadays, you know?
point where you've probably noticed that I've barely referred to the Knife Game song as its actual name. I've just been saying stuff like the series, and I haven't been showing footage of the game.
Well, yeah, because it's very, it's not allowed this day and age, you know? Very edgy.
Just Rusty's other content from around the same time. And that's because of how cruel YouTube could be sometimes with this
Sure, modern day YouTube, yeah, but back when, it wasn't.
stuff. So again, I completely understand why he stopped. Plus, I doubt that he wanted to be known for these videos for the rest of his
Well, sure, like, I don't want to be known for, that's the thing, like, I don't know, like, if I have, like, I'm a small React guy, right? I don't know what I want my legacy to be, you know? I just want to, like, go. I don't want to be like the guy that like only like watches videos about pedos or XYZ. I just want to be the guy that, you know, I can just I just yap, I talk, and you know, I feel like I have something to say about a video. That's all I want to be known for, you know?
career. And these videos are pretty dangerous to make, so there's that as well. Like I said earlier, Rusty getting popular off of the Knife Game videos was both a blessing
Is that Walter White?
and a curse, because while it did bring people over to his channel and is the reason why he has a lot of success today, it's also still one of the main reasons why people know him today. And he has so many better videos, so this is kind of a sad reality, to be honest. But moving past this section of his career, Rusty continued uploading content, which was usually just music and whatever else he wanted, really.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. Just whatever I want. Like, I play video games, might as well put it in the background, you know, Subway Surfer style, and then like back to the video and add content to it, add what I think to it, you know?
He never failed to make his content interesting, and was always trying to push boundaries with whatever he made.
To me, the intention was never to be edgy, but rather a challenge to figure out exactly where the line is that's not supposed to be crossed. I can't seem to figure out what the rules are or if I'm breaking them. It confuses me.
His videos would get him in trouble with YouTube a lot, like when one
The new song? Oh my gosh.
of his songs got completely taken down from YouTube due to his dark themes.
Yeah.
So we just made a family-friendly version of it, and this
I think I've seen this one before.
ended up becoming one of his most popular videos. So YouTube striking him ended up working to his benefit, which is kind of funny, to be honest. And stuff like this just proves that Rusty was able to play the YouTube game pretty well. Some of my favorite
Good, you know, being to outplay, you know?
pieces of content from him around this time are his series about him stealing a slushy machine,
What?
the Wheel of Punishment, his music video for
The Wheel of Punishment. That reminds me of like the old Frank videos about like Deadly Twister and junk like that. Oh, Deadly Twister, Hair Cake. Probably don't look those up, but if you know, you know.
his song The Grave. There was just a lot of content from him that I liked a lot. Hell, I'd say the greatest videos were the ones about him trying to get sober. These are pretty
Oh.
eye-opening to me, in all honesty. Not to get too personal here, but I'm not an alcohol guy at all, so I can't completely relate to him here, but I've had habits in the past that have gotten way out of control and
Sure.
were pretty hard to break. So, in a way, I can understand what he was going through, and that's why I found those videos to be so appealing to me. I could go on and
Yeah, because at some point you see the big celebrity guy, but then at another you see a bit of realism in the problems, you know?
on about how I like his content, but I don't want this section to become more incoherent than it already is. So,
Sure.
but let me conclude this here. Rusty Cage has been putting out videos for years that have been boundary pushing and extremely interesting, which has made him one of my favorite creators.
Yeah, it seems like realistic. It seems more real. And that's what I want to try to do. I want to try and be real. Because, like, I feel like genuinity or being genuine is a good trait to have, at least on YouTube. Because, I don't know, it's if you get into problems and then you're genuine, people will be more likely to come back into your good graces. But then there's also the other side of that coin. It's like more people are willing to be parasocial. And like, I think a bit of parasociality is like okay to a certain degree, but it's like not a very big degree.
In the platform. And this leads me into Rusty's final series on the platform, which I'd argue is the greatest set of videos that he's made thus far, the Lemonade Stand series.
Hey,
It's Richard. Can't say I don't support your video if what you ate. Silly. So I'm a silly goose, bro. Take me back to the pond.
On July 7th, 2022,
This thumbnail gets my new video more views. I'm gonna be pissed anyway. I'm building a 18-foot guillotine.
Rusty Cage would start his Lemonade Stand series, which is the thing that he would become the most focused on for the next 2 years of him making videos. The series was split into 5 parts, a bonus video, 3 songs, and that live stream that was mentioned earlier on into the video. And to say the least, the entire series was pretty cool. Essentially, throughout all the videos, Rusty would build a guillotine, or a lemonade stand as he would call it, and the series would end up taking a pretty interesting turn, with it going into a lot of social commentary. The biggest
Okay. I'm interested.
example of this is in part 3 and 4, one of which is a commentary video about his time on YouTube, and the other is one where he talks about some conspiracy theories, such as what's happening with our water, how much control Nestle has over it, and a bunch of other topics sprinkled in there. This series
Okay, that could kind of be cool to look at. I'm not gonna lie. You know, having some more nuanced conversation that's not like super heated, you know.
maybe rediscover Rusty's content again after not seeing a video of his in years, and I personally think that it's the best content that he's ever put out. And after part 4, I was anticipating the final video he would make, and how he would wrap everything up. He would put some updates about it on Twitter, along with a bonus video before the finale, and some YouTube shorts, and he stated that this would probably be the last video he uploaded, which was sad to hear, but not exactly unexpected.
Yeah, I mean, if you're successful, you know, go out and like on a high, not on a low, is typically a better thing.
Considering how infrequent the uploads were becoming. But what would come after this is something that I would have never expected, to be completely honest. On March 10th, 2024, Rusty finally uploaded the finale to the series titled End of the Guillotine and the Rise of Tyranny. This video was accompanied with a
So is that the video or is that the live stream?
live stream after the video premiered, which would quickly overshadowed the final video due to what happened towards the end of it. Essentially, after the stream was going on for about an hour or so, Rusty said something about him using the guillotine and said it's just a watermelon. He then proceeded to point the camera away from the guillotine so you really couldn't see what was happening, and you could then hear the blade crashing down. The stream would stay on for about 30 minutes after this before shutting off completely, leaving his whole fan base really confused about what
Holy shit. I mean, it had to be. Well, no, it's a live stream. It doesn't have to be uploaded. There's a chance, right, that he did?
what just happened. And after hearing this description, I think you could understand why this caused Rusty to get a lot more attention for
Yeah. Nearly actually like KY Control Alt deleting?
a brief period.
Was this just like the plan the whole time? Holy fuck.
Nobody really knew whether this was just some giant publicity stunt or if Rusty actually did something bad to himself. And if you were a fan of his content, you'd know that either one was possible to
Well, yeah, I can see that now just with titles and thumbnails and junk like that. I can see that. The Knife Song. You're making a series about a guillotine, dude. I think I get it.
happen, so it freaked people out. It became a topic for commentary channels for a brief period as well.
Well, sure, because that's a big thing. A popular YouTuber just like make himself past tense?
With people like Pyrocynical and August the Duck covering it. One of which was a particularly annoying video, but that's besides the point. The discussion around this boiled down
Wait, keep your fakes beheading. Well, it was kind of up to viewer interpretation, no?
August the Duck covering it. One of which was a particularly annoying video, but that's besides the point. The discussion around this boiled down to if Rusty's stunt that he pulled was real or not. And sorry to ruin the joke here, but no, it's not real. Rusty is still
Well, thank God. Had me worrying because like no way.
alive. His social media accounts have had activity on them since this, albeit it's been removed, seemingly to keep this bit going. His
Well, sure.
friends have made the supposed death a joke with stuff they were doing, and worst of all, Rusty was doxxed after everything happened. So
Well, I bet it was probably well intentioned, but if it was doxed, shouldn't do that anyway,
yes, he's still alive. And now that I've gotten that out of the way, I want to shift the discussion to this. Did Rusty take things too far by doing
Maybe.
this? And to that I say, probably. But I also
Yeah,
don't really care, to be honest.
like it's like he took it too far. Maybe. Do I care? No, because he's okay at the end of the day.
And I'll explain why. In part 5 of his Lemonade Stand series, he essentially sets up the death of the Rusty Cage persona, or at least the character that he's been playing in the videos anyways. So I just see this specific livestream as another extension to the series, the true final part to everything. I'm all for artistic expression, so if this is how Rusty wants to do it, more power to him.
Sure, I can understand that. And so like the death of the character. Okay, I get it.
think that this is pretty well done considering how many people he got to question his situation. Hell, even I was worried about him for a little bit. So to me, I just see this, along with this whole series, as a cool art project, essentially. I can 100%
Sure. And if he never uploads again, you know, character's dead. I mean, I imagine he just does another channel after this, you know, and do whatever like other art projects he wants to do.
get why people would get mad at him for this. I would have reacted the same exact way a couple
Sure.
of years ago.
I can imagine if you're like more of a hardcore fan, this being like something that hurts you, that upsets you.
But for me personally, I don't really have a problem with this. Many YouTubers leave the platform for one reason or another, whether
like Matt Patton, he has a family, and you know he doesn't need to do this all the time. Like, listen, I know big YouTubers like love their jobs and stuff, and as would I if I was, you know, a super big YouTuber. Like, listen, if you got like money, I don't know why you just don't like invest it and just like live off the savings the rest of your life. Like, you could be really, really comfortable. I don't know. Like, you don't need the lavish lifestyle living in LA. And yeah, for me, it'd be nice to live in like a beach town, you know. But I get it. I also get it, you know.
it's the algorithm being too hard to figure out, them being on the platform for too long and wanting to step away, or any number of issues that could have been the case. But what's common with most of these YouTubers is the way that they exited the platform isn't usually very memorable. It's
True. True that.
usually something like a simple goodbye video. It'll get talked about for like a week by their fans and the community in large if it's a well-liked YouTuber, and then it's completely forgotten about. At least with
Well, except for Matt Pat, bro. That Matt Pat hurt me, man.
Rusty, I can say that what he did was pretty memorable.
Yeah, I can't think of another one besides. Is there any? I don't know. Is there any?
Lemonade Stand series in general is the best thing that he's made in my opinion.
Yeah.
And the live stream made for the most interesting way that I've ever seen a YouTuber conclude their time
Is there another like going out with a bang YouTuber? I don't know. Is there?
on the platform. And who
I can't think of anything really big.
knows? I may be completely off base here, and this video might not age well. Maybe we'll see Rusty emerge in a couple of months with a new project like nothing ever happened. But if Rusty is really gone from the platform for now, I respect the content he brought and never
Sure.
failing to try and make things interesting with everything.
And that he did. That he did. Yeah, imagine like you go up to your mom's house after that live stream Rusty does, and he's like, yeah, and she sees it. It's like, holy shit, I'm so glad you're alive. Because that's like it's a very artistic way to go out, you know, very up to interpretation, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing.
Thing you did. I'll miss the videos, but I can understand 100% why he decided to
Yeah.
stop. And with all of that said, I'm done with this section. Moving on.
All right, what you got? Outro. Don't DMCA me.
Rusty Cage, to say the least, is a very unique creator, and he's also one that I
Sure, very unique. Oh, not the Blev. Very unique.
have a lot of respect for, at least with the content side of things anyway.
When I saw an interesting way to go out, I thought he was just gonna like out himself and be like, yeah, I'm an awful dog shit person. That's the way I thought.
Throughout the time that I've been watching him, which has been almost a decade at this point, he's always made at least something that I was at the very least interested in. It could be something as seemingly mundane as a reading comments video, or something
I want to do a reading comments video, but then it'd just be reading hater comments because I have like, I got that, you know.
that's as intriguing as what he's doing now, and I just really liked all of it. There have been several YouTubers that I became fans of in that time, but only a few managed to truly stick with me in the end.
Sure.
YouTube itself is just this big factory of content, and only a few people who stay on the platform manage to make something memorable, instead of the average slap that you'll see.
Dude, Skibbity Toilet when it fucking came out was holy fuck, but now it's just, it's like, why Gmod, bro? Why Gmod?
Thrown in the algorithm now.
Like, I never expected something so old to get so popular, you know?
Nowadays. And for this reason, Rusty's content is something that I appreciate a lot. It wasn't just someone trying to farm the algorithm to get a lot of success, or your next YouTube Shorts creator or something. He was just somebody with a genuine passion for the content he was making, and I think
Clearly, it wasn't a passion for the content. It was a watermelon for the content, so. Oh, man.
that's completely lost on people nowadays. But with that said, I'm done with this video. My social media accounts are in the description, along with any other side projects I have going on. I also have a join button and a Patreon page for anyone that wants to support my content financially, well, without turning off ad blocker anyways. And with that, I'll be taking my leave. Oh yeah, one last thing. Hashtag FLM.
What does FLM mean? That was a good video. I like that, actually. I hope I see another video from Mr. Dead Meme Frog. This was like a really good video. Let's see. When he retired, oh no, my teen hood. I mean, given who Rusty is, he pretty much acted in all of his content. All right, so I mean, this is a very like um expected, you know. Good video, Dead Meme Frog. Sub to him, but sub to me. Toodaloo.